This is Matrix Lord 212, and I want to talk about Doctor Who today. And I want to talk about what are the laws of time. Now, just when we think we have all the answers about what the laws are, a new doctor comes aboard and all the laws change. Since Series 1, they have said that there are fixed points in time, and time where they're in a state of flux, meaning that anything could be changed. It's not a fixed point. And then the doctor stated that he could not cross over into his own timeline, but there were little things he could do that would be allowed. One of the things that were allowed was in Smith and Jones episode, the doctor went back in time to unstraighten his tie and bump into Martha. She never even met him yet, but he did that as like a joke, and she had no idea who he was. Later on in the episode, she got to know him, and then he revealed to her that he wanted to show her an example how he could time travel. So he traveled back in time with the tie business. But the doctor is not supposed to cross over into his own time stream. This is why in the end of time, the doctor couldn't go back in time to when the master was first reborn and stop the whole thing. He tried to explain this to Willifred. Even Christopher Eccleston, the Ninth Doctor, that episode called Father's Day, in the beginning, they crossed over their own time stream. But when Rose saved her father's life, the Doctor and Rose that were watching were phased out of existence, erased. The Doctor's not supposed to cross in his own time stream, and the same person cannot be in the same place at the same time. And if they touch each other, it's an explosion or some type of monumental discharge of energy. This is what happened when Rose touched her infant self, baby. This has happened when the Brigadier touched himself, and it was an explosion in Mordred Undead Classic Series. This is what happened in the Pandora Opens Big Bang when two sonic screwdrivers touched each other, and it was the same sonic screwdriver. So, you cannot go back in time and shake hands with yourself, because this is what happens. Now, there have been problems where the laws of time are broken because Kazran Sardik in the Christmas special last year was hugging his childlike self, and no explosion. I think Amelia Pond was holding Amy Pond's hand, no explosion. The doctor got shot by the Dalek, and he went back in time, and he was like hugging himself, and he whispered into his own ear, no explosion. Something is wrong with the rules of time, or they're getting thrown out the window, and I'm really not sure anymore what the laws of time are. A fixed point in time, when the Doctor was killed by the Impossible Astronaut, when that was changed, time went crazy. Now, there's so many different things. Why couldn't they change something before the fixed point, which would change the fixed point? If the Doctor never went to, just didn't show up at Lake Silencio, would that, create a new fixed point from that point? I mean, there's a lot of theories out there. In the Waters of Mars, the Doctor changed the fixed point. So why isn't there any backlash, or is time bleeding from that one event? Now, Adelaide Brooks, yes, she killed herself to repair the timeline, but it wasn't repaired because time was bleeding, because it was changed. And also, when the 10th Doctor was trying to stop his regeneration, and he was going to visit her old companions, he saved Martha Jones. He saved Luke, which was Sarah Jane's adopted son. He was going around doing different heroic things, but was he breaking fixed points? See, this is the question. I mean, another thing you could say too is that Waters of Mars was a big signal towards the coming of the evil manifestation of the Doctor, because the Time Lord Victorious is exactly what the Valuard is. An ego, just not even thinking he's a god. And David Tennant almost became evil. In fact, if Adelaide didn't do that and kill herself, he wouldn't become the Valuard right there and then, or Dreamlord or whatever. So, just look into that episode very, very carefully, because the Time Lord Victorious is the first evidence of the coming of the evil Doctor. Now, even the Dream Lord, that's another hint of the coming of the evil manifestation. But anyway, going off topic again, but, whatever was the time, and Father's Day, the Doctor said that, the Time Lords would be able to repair time, even the TARDIS would be able to do something and fix it, but, what other was a time now with Stephen Moffat? I mean, is Stephen Moffat throwing the rule book out the window? Or is he just making us believe he is, because everything is in a dream world? So, think about this, and I'm going to make another video about the Time Lord Victorious, because it's a very, very big event, so leading to the Valuard, I believe. Alright, please leave your suggestions below, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. Bye-bye.